Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the Riwbox IN5. These are a pair of low-cost folding headphones for traveling as well as for general music listening. They sell on Amazon and through the company's website for sub $35, so they're not too expensive, and it comes in a number of different colors. We have this kind of gold version here. It's made out of aluminum alloy material, and there's padded soft memory foam for the padding, so it is fairly good in terms of the construction. You can see some other features include a inline remote, which includes a microphone, so you can use it to place calls with your phone, and there's also the ability to play pause your music directly using this remote. Otherwise, it's detachable as well, which means that if the wire itself breaks or fries, you can still replace it and continue using the headphones. The packaging here is pretty simple. It just shows an image on the front, and inside there is a soft carrying pouch included with the purchase, in addition to a quick start guide about the driver specifications. You can see that here. Very standard 32 ohms, gold-plated 3.5mm jack, which has a 1.2 meter long cable length, all very typical for this price range, nothing unexpected. So here is the detachable cable, and you can see that it's made out of this braided material, which I'm a fan of. I think it's a little bit more sturdy than a general rubber wire, and you can see the keys themselves are very tactile and responsive, and also risen above the surface of the unit. Center key is for answering, rejecting a call, also for playing, pausing your music, and there's up and down for navigating the volume. The microphone is on the other side. One thing I don't really love though is that the cable itself isn't made out of this flat material. It's a rounded cable, which means that it still tangles fairly easily. Otherwise, it's just the headphones themselves, and that's it as far as the packaging is concerned. Let's take a quick look at the design of the headphones next. So the first thing that you notice is that despite having some aluminum alloy accents on the center pad here, and also on some of the wings as you extend the headphones out, it still remains extremely lightweight. The bulk of the headphones are still made out of plastic, which is somewhat disappointing, but on the plus side, it is extremely light. So if you are traveling, you don't want to bring too much stuff with you, this will definitely decrease the amount of weight that you have to carry. The company's logo is embedded on the very top of the band, which is fairly generous as far as the padding is concerned, and the inside is made out of the same material. It's an on-ear style pair of headphones as opposed to over-the-ear, so they're not quite as noise canceling or noise isolating as some larger headphones or DJ style headphones, but they work well enough. And inside there's also labels for left and right, so you can know which side should go where when you're attaching them and wearing them. Pretty comfortable and easy to adjust as well. When you're ready, just fold them down for transportation. Otherwise, there's just the simple 3.5mm auxiliary input on the bottom here, and that's essentially it. Fairly clean, classy look that's not too over the top as far as the effects are concerned. Definitely respectable for a sub $50 pair of headphones, and they perform well. There is quite a bit of bass, so if you're listening to lower frequency rock music or maybe EDM music, you definitely notice the beats, and it's loud, it's clear, it's distinct. And as far as general music listening, the same can be said. The sound signature is quite clean, so you're not going to notice too much distortion or static in the background. The cable itself doesn't make too much noise, although if you kind of rub it against your shirt, if you're jogging or moving around, it still produces a little bit of sound. So these aren't ideal for exercising or for constantly moving. If you're sitting in one place, I think that you'll be fine. Noise isolation is decent, better than I expected. They are fairly comfortable after wearing them for about an hour and a half. I didn't notice too much stress just because they are extremely lightweight, and there's not that much sound leaking out either. I had someone sit next to me and do a bit of testing. They couldn't really hear what I was listening to, even if I turned up the volume at a decent level. So seemed to do pretty good, although again, these aren't active noise canceling, so if you're carrying them on an airport, you probably will still hear part of the engine sounds if you notice or listen super closely. Volume controls, easy to use, didn't have any problems when I tried it with an iPhone and an Android phone, so no complaints there. Of course, these aren't the best headphones in the world, so if you are super discerning, if you're listening to high fidelity music, you won't notice all the details present in the music. It's not super crisp, and especially for higher frequencies, it loses some of the details if you go and listen to instrumentals. But for general music listening and for this price, they perform very well. In fact, a lot better than some other headphones that I've checked out recently that sell for the same range. So I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how they sound. One thing I do want to say that the company can improve on a next generation model would be maybe adding the auxiliary input onto both of the channels. So instead of plugging it only on, you can see here the left side, you can maybe also plug it onto the right side. So depending on your preferences, it's a little bit easier to plug in either way if you're right-handed or left-handed, and maybe the cable distracts you from a certain angle. That might be easier to do. So that's just something to point out quickly, but otherwise, pretty good design, solid audio quality, and good performance at this price range. A good value for the money, I'd say. You can check out more details about these in our official written review, but for now, this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the IN5 folding on-ear style headphones.